Morning. How you going, guys? Oh, finally back in the forge. What are we doing today? Morning, Nope. How you doing? Hey, Thomas. Hey, Billy. How you going, guys? Yeah, it's good to be back in the workshop, finally. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be moving a little bit more carefully today than normal, but it's good to be back in the workshop for sure. How are you all doing this fine afternoon or morning, depending where you are? It's absolutely beautiful here today. It's actually raining for the first day in ages. I'm over the moon. Windy, huh? Hey, LHI, how you going? My only piece of advice, mate, is film stuff, put it up on YouTube. Don't worry about the quality. Oxboard, cool. Are you subscribed to Bosnian Bill? He's probably my favourite locksmith channel. Lockpicking channel. Hello. Yeah, lockpicking lawyer is also a good one. Yeah, it's good. You're looking at lockpicking LHI, it's Bosnian Bill. Smash that push button. That one that doesn't look like my screwed up hand. Yeah, well, we haven't got the rain yet, but it's really overcast and it's beautifully cool, so I'm really happy with that. I'm hoping that it does rain eventually. And it's hiding next to the 10mm socket. Yeah, it's true. So I'm working on a set of bladesmithing tongs for Valhalla Ironworks, funnily enough. This was a project I was supposed to finish the Saturday before last. The day after I burned my frickin' hand. So unlike the previous set of tongs I did in the last live stream I did, I ended up these I had to forge the reins out because I didn't have any laser cut. But funnily enough, the other day I just got handed a couple of sets of laser cut tong planks from my friend. But yeah, anyway, so these have been hand forged all the way out. Hey Francois, how you doing, mate? Thanks for checking in the stream, bud. I'm glad to be back. Oh yeah, it's super cheap. It's ridiculously cheap. Depending on what you're making. But yeah, laser cutting is, and also depending on the laser cutter, but the laser cutter that my friend uses is incredibly power efficient, and it's incredibly accurate, like ridiculously accurate. Rounding out the edges of those handles. So no, it's not Jake. It's a friend of mine that runs a company called Roy's Sheds. They do shit like they did shed builders, but they have an incredibly powerful laser cutter. Depends on what you're trying to get cut. I'm actually, if you're thinking about getting laser cut tong blanks, funnily enough, he and I are doing a deal. I'm going to start selling them myself. So, to my dimensions, I'm going to have a whole batch of them cut out, and then I'm going to be selling them. Yeah, if you've got the designs, throw it through to me, and I'll get him to cut it up for you. If you do it in CAD, then it's easy for him, but all he needs is a two-dimensional drawing, and then he just needs the thickness. So, as accurate a two-dimensional drawing as you can get. Yeah, and if I like your design, I might get two cut out and keep one for myself. He normally only charges me the cost of the material and the cost of the laser. Jake Mantell sells large stock 5160 or Sup 9. He's the best man to go to. Yeah, check out Fire Pants Fab. You might have to directly message Jake, but he sells anything up to inch thick by 3 inch 51 Sup 9. Real big stuff. Nice to have cool weather for a change. I wish it was a bit more breezy though. It's dead still. Yeah, fair enough. I can really feel that heat in the new skin on my hand. It's still pretty sensitive. Man, you can really feel it when you haven't swung a hammer for a week. Hey Kyle, how you going? The shop door is open, you just can't see it. So, the windows over there are open, and the door behind you is open. Hey Techron, thanks for checking in, mate. I can open this door, I'm not sure what the light's going to look like though. Yeah, it kind of washes it out a little. See if I can do that. Yeah, it's not too bad. Oh. Yeah, no, it's about 25 degrees Celsius here, so that's like 70, like low 70s here today, Kyle. Tom's getting a workout. Cheers, Sekaron. Yeah, that's it, mate. I haven't been swinging a hammer for over a week. It's crazy. Hey, Daniel. Hey, Tekron. Mate, you're a legend. I'm going to stretch those forearm muscles out. This is a really good stretch for any of you guys who get hammer fist. When you start feeling it back here, and then that one. I highly suggest doing that regularly because you don't want to get carpal tunnel. Show you what I'm doing. I have my pre-forged reins. This is my boss area, and I'm drawing out this long tine, and that's going to end up being the nib that turns out to be the holder for the blade. I'm designing these, I'm making these to Roy's design. Hey Ken. I'm making bladesmith tongs, buddy. Grab a moving bus. Absolutely. Hey Tim. Oh. Yeah, getting the burn is good. The thing is that what happens is the reason that blacksmiths so commonly develop carpal tunnel is because it's a shortening and a thickening of the tendons in your wrist. And that happens from regular repeated strain or from resting it on something. Guys who use computers a lot get carpal tunnel because they rest their wrists on the table and it causes the nerves to thicken. In blacksmiths, it commonly happens because we spend so much time with our hand clenched. So doing that stretch, pushing the fingers backwards, is a really good way to lengthen the nerves and not let them bunch up. And then that one as well. A wrist brace doesn't actually help you, Thomas. It won't actually prevent carpal tunnel in a blacksmith. Stretching is better. The weight of my hammer, this one I think is 2 pound, or just slightly under 2 pounds. It's actually quite light. Hey Jared, how you going? Yeah, so what I'm currently using is a little baby dog's head hammer. Yeah, that could work as well. And thanks to Valhalla, who wonderfully supplied me with that little white box you can see right here, I can now do something like this and bring you over Ambleside. So you guys can actually watch the action close up. If I can get my tripod to work properly, there we go. Whew. Unfortunately, from this angle, I won't be able to read the comments, but at least you'll get to see what I'm doing. Hello. Might need to switch that off. Still gets hot when you stick it in the floor. Someone should have warned me. What I'm doing at the moment is I'm angling my hammer slightly, using it as a fuller to draw out the material, because I want to get this as long as I can whilst maintaining that 6mm or 1/4 inch thickness along the length of the bar to maintain strength. Screw up that boss area a little bit. I don't mind if it tapers out at the tip a little. Yeah. I need one more heat just to stretch that out a bit more. Pushing off the handles. This is a useful technique if you don't have a crossbeam hammer. Which my crossbeam hammer is at my classroom in Oxford, which means that I don't have crossbeam handy. So that angling, the hammer technique is really handy for drawing out material. But now these should be relatively similar. Look at that. Almost identical. And that's what you want. Pretty much identical lengths. So now I'm going to bend out the grabby bits. That's the technical term. Grabby bits. Turn up the camera while I'm waiting. Cheers, Daniel. Yeah, it's a nice little hammer. Actually, the head is an antique that I picked up from an antique store. The handle I made myself, but in a live stream, which a couple of you will remember. Yeah, blacksmith helpers are great. I think the one that Valhalla is going to design is going to be bolted together, which will be really good for if we want to make different size spaces. Hey Aaron! Actually, talking about dog's head hammers, this is one that Valhalla's getting from me with his order. So that's his dog's head, which I forged out recently. along with a whole bunch of other stuff. Alrighty, back down to the anvil. So much like in Roy's bladesmithing tongs video, I'm going to select the length and I'm going to start turning it over. Doesn't need to be a perfectly square right angle, but you want it to be 90 degrees. See that? It's not quite 90. There you go, that's basically what you want. And I'm going to leave this one out of the forge because I'm going to match the other one to it. I need my length. Notch it. Makes it easier to bend. Choking up on my hammer a little bit to give me a little bit more control. I'm not really trying to forge at this point, I'm just trying to bend. A little past 90, but that's alright. Fix it, we can fix it. Perfect, look at that. So there's your two sides of your bladesmithing tongs. So now all I need to do is, now this is the only time in tong making where you normally turn both things into exactly the same. In this case we don't want that because when they match up, we want the two tabs to bend around in opposite directions. So I need to keep note of which one I'm doing which. This is where I'll end up with a left tong and a right tong, and that's it's basically one of the only times that you do that. I will be working on the mark soon, Jared. I only got the all clear from the doctor yesterday, and this order has been waiting for a lot longer than your orders has. But I will be working on yours probably tomorrow, and that'll be ready for you by tomorrow afternoon, hopefully. And after this video, guys, the other thing is, after this video, it is the giveaway day. It is time for the giveaway and to name the line of knives. So that video will be coming out after this live stream in this afternoon. Hey Evans, how you doing, mate? Alright. So back down to the anvil. Whoops. I'm going to turn this tip, rough end it, and that's pretty much it. It's not overly difficult to do that bit. I want to leave it slightly wide, because then it's got to go, I'm going to put a piece of material in it once I've put the tongs together, and actually make them fit. So that's one half of the Bladesmith tongs. So I turn that one that way, so I'm going to turn the other one the other way. Oh, that's hot. Metal heats up when you throw it in the forge. Someone should have told me. Thought you guys were looking out for me. Nothing too cold. Throw it back in. Thought you guys were looking out for me. Whoa. I'm gonna have to go Blue Ninja in a minute. Time to go Blue Ninja. It's still quite humid today, so this will get the sweat out of my eyes. Como arigato. Alright, back down. That's the two halves of the Bladesmith tongs. So now I just need to offset my handles, and I'll be ready to drill the bolster hole, or drill the pinhole, rivet hole. That one, you know, the thing that does things. Oh, not Englishing today. Well, forced air, yeah, forced air I'm not too familiar with. I have seen a few forced air forges, but I've not used one. So I'm not going to pass judgment on that one. I'm not going to give you any advice. Although I can say I have seen forced air forges made out of basically 9 kilo gas bottles. So these. I don't think it has to be that large. Okay, definitely going to need to quench these off. These wolf jaws that I made in that other video have been very useful. And I really like this style of design because they're really lightweight. Because they're made out of the 6mm stock, they're a lot lighter than the other large, heavy tongs that I have. Back down to the anvil, turn it over, select about an inch, offset. Now I don't really need to round this out, but I'm going to anyway, because I feel like it. That looks about right. Straighten her out a bit. So there's one half the tongue. I don't need to make a huge offset. I'm just kind of defining where the boss area is. Yeah, that's hot. God, I need a tongue rack. And offset. Again, not a huge offset. Round it out a little bit. I'm actually going to reheat that one. Just work the reins down a little bit more. Get that taper going. Yeah, that Band-Aid isn't really doing anything much. Take my wedding ring off. Woo! It certainly gets warm. Hey, Wolfpack, how you doing, mate? You don't need to see my face while I'm doing this. Okay, so that's the basic idea of the bladesmith tongs. Now all I need to do is to let them cool down and then drill the pin hole. Rivet hole. I'll probably fire up the forge again once these are made. Actually, I could probably just throw these off to the side and do something else. No idea what I'm going to do though. Any ideas, guys? Anything I can do quickly? I know you guys might want me to make something ridiculously large, but throw out some ideas. I'm all ears. All ears, right here. "8-degree shop." It's not an 8-degree shop. No, I didn't plug the podcast. Episode 3 will be coming out tomorrow, actually. So yeah, every Friday we release a new podcast. It's called The Forgecast. You can find us on Spotify, on iTunes, on Simplecast. We're all over the place. I don't know where you got the ideas for an 8 degree shot, mate. It's currently 70 something degrees in Freedom Height. Yeah, well, you know, we're on different sides of the globe. It's still summer over here, although we're having a nice cool day today. So we're only in the mid 70s rather than in the high hundreds. But yeah, no, it's still pretty warm, and it's really humid. We were overcast today, so it's pretty humid. So I saw one vote for a mini crowbar. Never made a crowbar. That could be interesting. I don't know what I'd make it out of. Mini crowbar. That'd be cool. Banging out an arrowhead, I could bang out 5 arrowheads. Which kind of arrowhead, though? Are we talking like a shooter arrowhead? Because I make a lot of those. Although I don't have my normal arrowhead making stuff, so that could be an interesting challenge. Most of my tooling is at the other shop, so that could be a challenge. Yep. Alright, arrowhead. Yes. Any other ideas? Just looking around the shop at what stock I actually have welded to things, otherwise I'll have to weld a samurai. That's the one, Ben. A scroll for my guy. Oh yeah, okay. You and scrolls, Roy, jeez. What is it with you and scrolls? A blacksmith's knife. Yeah, that could work. Yep. I've got a lot of stock for that kind of thing. Scrolls rule. Yeah, well, some of you may think so. This is my channel now. Look at me. I'm the captain now. Surprisingly, thanks to my new Wi-Fi booster from Valhalla Ironworks, I can now take you over to where my grinder is and my steel shelves are. Type 13 or 14. Yeah, no. So I don't have any prefab stock for pry bar, which would mean I'd have to knock down one of the larger pieces that I have, which would be a massive pain in the butt. No, still not. No. Arrowhead's looking good. Yeah, Type 13 and 14. I'm actually more of a Type 18 fan, and I've recently been really into my Type 10 and 11s. They've been really nice. But I still haven't finished mine, so you know I'm not going to start another sword now. All right. Well, given the stock choices that I have, I think an arrowhead is in the mix. Unless someone else comes up with a better idea. Oh, there it is. Is Valhalla Ironworks back yet? Disappeared for a while. Roy is kind of curly twisted. That is true. Small leaf shape with a socket. Yeah, okay, I could probably do that. Broadhead. I was talking to Valhalla about fleur-de-lis scroll. Yeah, well. Yeah, I haven't actually made a fleur-de-lis in my shop. But yeah, this is a piece of Sanmai that I forged for that forge welding live stream ages ago. I was talking to Valhalla about making Sanmai and charcoal. A spear? I have a spear. I don't think I'm going to forge a spear in this stream, because I've already spent 48 minutes forging that set of tongs. So, I think I'm going to forge a broadhead. Why not? my go-to standby rebar. Just because all of you screamed at me last time, I'm making sure to put my eyes on, see? Safety first. And I'll even put my ears on. And I would put my respirator on, but this is going to take 5 seconds and I'll hold my breath. I don't need it to be super accurate in half, but I like it to be close. We got 1500. So half 1500, 750. So 750 is half. It's about sure. About right, Joe. About right there. Right. There you go. Piece cut. Time for forging. Fleur-de-lis spear. A broadhead scroll. Yeah, God almighty. Alright. I'm going to use the sound of the forge to drown out your calls for a scroll. It would be. I don't think that a fleur-de-lis would penetrate too far because you'd have the wings. Actually, technically no, a fleur-de-lis style spear would be a partisan. If anyone watches Schola Gladiatoria, he loves partisans. I'm actually a fairly big fan of partisans myself. But if you don't know what a partisan spear is, look it up. It's very much like a fleur-de-lis spear. I'll be back in a second. I'm just going to get myself a drink. Gotta stay hydrated. Sorry about that. All right, so forging a broadhead. Obviously, we've got to start with the socket. I'm just going to upset this bar a little bit. Just going to bump it up. Flatten that end out a little. Yeah, mate. Yeah, I'll keep an eye on my water. So, in honour of Roy being on the channel, I'm going to forge a penny scroll. Select about a cube of material. Set down. Only because you're here, Roy. So that's the start of a penny scroll. Now we'll start the broadhead. First you've got to start the socket. So, sit down. Then I'm going to use the edge of the hammer as a fuller. Draw out my material. If I can't use the edge of the hammer, I'll use the toe of the hammer. So that's the start of the socket. Woo! Really warm in here. Hey, thanks, Roy. Right, scroll's getting back up to heat. Now I'm going to start rounding it out. Really need to lock my handle down. Come along. So much more difficult without a crossbeam. Yeah, that's one of the things I need to do. I'm actually building a new anvil stump very soon. That's a lot more stable than this one. This one's just an old crappy stump. It's not quite a penny scroll yet, but it will be. I kind of muffed that one, sorry Roy. Jackson. That is true. Yeah, no, I never even, I keep forgetting that these even exist. Hey Valhalla, all good mate. This is going to be the ugliest scroll I've ever seen. Might be because I'm making it out of square stuff rather than round, rather than flat. There's a reason the channel has Bladesmith in the title, let me just say that. He goaded me into making the world's ugliest scroll. Pro tip, if your gas tank's icing over, tip it over and it'll ice over in a different spot. It'll increase your pressure for a little while as well. All right. Pretty much the socket done. Alright, now it's ready to turn. While that's turning, I'm going to turn this. Never used these before, so it's too wide. All good. Not making that large a scroll. Make it a nice tight scroll. Scroll it up, make it look like a cinnamon scroll. Yeah, no, the forks don't fit. They're too widely spaced. That is the funniest thing ever. God. No. That is the worst looking scroll ever. I will take that. You guys totally don't come here for the scroll content. That's terrible. That is terrible. Oh, right. That's enough of that. That tongs haven't tongs haven't been finished yet. Still got to So there you go, there's evidence of why I don't make tall scrolls. Nice long heat on this one. There's the socket for the arrowhead. Gripping this thing after I pull it out, after I cut it off is going to be interesting. I don't have my scrolling tongs with me. Need to make a new set of scrolling tongs anyway. Okay, so now I cut the head off. There's the top. There's the basic shape. I'm just going to quickly hit this on the grinder. Just took that little rag off the end. Oh, that'd be awesome, Roy. I'll have to be in on that one, buddy. All right, just to redeem myself, got a piece of 1 by 6 1 by 1/4. Point the broadhead. And then I'm going to turn it on a diagonal, knock it down. Yeah, Roy, just for you, mate. 2 scrolls. I wasn't happy with that first attempt. safely can say that I definitely need more work on my scrolls. Wow. Yeah, you can tell I don't do a lot of big ironwork. There's a reason there's Bladesmith in the title of my channel. Morning, B&B. Oh, man. Okay, so faffing around with scrolls notwithstanding, these have cooled down sufficiently. Thanks. Nope, don't lie to me. We all know the truth. That scroll is horrendous. Alright, so I'm going to take a leaf out of Roy's book and I'm going to be super lazy. Why do I not put the chuck key in the chuck key holder? You know that thing that's designed to hold the chuck key? Who would do something so silly as to put the chuck key in the chuck key holder? Ugh. Okay, where's my 6.5? Man, I'm just losing everything today. Good guess. Yeah, at least I can keep you you guys nearby while I'm working, rather than having to leave you in that corner of the shop. It's nice not to have the stream drop out on me. Well, it definitely means that there will be more Anvilside streams, now that I can have the streams Anvilside. It was one of the things I wanted to do ages ago, but didn't have the capability. So, tongs are on their way to being finished. On their way. Alright, now I need some 6mm, 1/4 inch rod, Dactys pin stock, that'll do. Bounce you around the shop. Alex seems to like that. Size my pin stock. Ready? Right there. Go. You'll recognize these style of tongs, Roy, seeing as I stole them directly from you. Question is, I don't have my ball peen hammer, so use a flat face hammer. Block them in cold, and then we'll set them hot. So there aren't actually kangaroos in my area. There are in the bushland about 300 meters that way. Yeah, so we do see kangaroos and emus quite regularly, but they're mostly in the bushland over the road. They don't come near my house because obviously I'm in suburbia, so but we have bushland like 300 meters away. So, oh man, echidnas are my favorite animals. My uncle on his farm actually has several hundred echidnas living on his property. Wallabies taste surprisingly like deer, funnily enough, like venison. I'm just gonna have to move you guys over here because the camera's about to die. Yeah, but and bogans are everywhere. It's not too bad, Len. It's about like 28, 26, 27 degrees now. But it's pretty warm in here. The roof is really low, like I'm not sure I can actually touch the roof. So I'm sitting in the heat zone, which really sucks. So yeah, unfortunately you're gonna have to watch from back there for a little while the phone charges. Now I'm just going to size them to stock. What stock did you want them to hold, Valhalla? Thanks for coming on, Roy. Thanks for spending some time with us. And I'll be in touch tomorrow about that stuff with the podcast. There's nothing wrong with being bogan. Oh yeah, God, Len, that sucks. Actually, yeah, if you ever come to Australia, try some crocodile. It's better than alligator. Man, emus are so friggin' derpy. They're also really bloody rude. Hey, Alex. Alex, what stock did you want them to hold? Yeah, crocodile's a little bit meatier than alligator. Bushfire cooked emu is actually quite good. I like a good roast emu leg over the fire. Okay, now he's back. Alex, what stock do you want this to hold? Otherwise it's going to hold 6 mil friggin' by 7 inches. Jambalaya, yeah. Is he even listening? Apparently not. That's nowhere near holding an inch. That's way too big for it. Okay, they're not going to be inch tongs. I might get them the whole inch and a half. Okay, so they're going to probably hold about an inch and a half. That's the smallest width I can get out of these. Let go. Let go. There we go. Alright. Get them back up. Yeah, sorry Alex, they're going to hold about an inch and a half. Oh, 6 to 8 mil. Yeah, so it'll be 6 mil to 8 mil thickness, but in width, it's going to hold nothing less than about an inch and a half. Unfortunately, that's just the way that the tongs are coming up together. Yeah, it's pretty laggy apparently. You're just posting up all this random stuff. I'm kind of like, dude, I need to know. So yeah, it's going to be about an inch and a half wide. I might be able to squeeze that up a little bit. My forge, so this one, yeah, this one doesn't get up to really, really super high temperatures because it's got a lot of thermal mass. Yeah, it's got the big Gameco burner, but because it's got a lot of the thermal mass and it's got a really large front opening, it only gets up to around 1100 degrees Celsius. It doesn't quite get to welding temperature. Might be able to tighten it up a little bit. Just going to try and pinch them up a little bit, make them. Okay, so thermal mass isn't just how much well it holds onto heat. It's about how much of the forge actually gets heated up. So that forge weighs about 80 kilos. It is incredibly contains a lot of heat. So it takes a lot of energy to heat up the forge body before the forge itself, like inside, gets hot. So even though I've relined it with refractory grits, it kind of sucks up all of the heat out of the inside of the forge. So the lighter your forge is, so that's why I use light cast refractory and Kaowool and stuff. The lighter your forge is, the less thermal mass it has, which means the less energy. Yeah, so basically thermal mass is the less weight you have in the forge, the more likely that you are to have a decent, efficient forge. So my forge is incredibly heavy, and it's made out of really solid brick, and so therefore it takes a lot of energy to heat that up. Whereas a light forge with some really light refractory takes a lot less energy to heat up, which means it can maintain a much higher temperature because it's not losing all of that energy to keeping the forge itself hot. Okay. Holy dooly. Yeah, a smaller door would help. Nope. I need to completely redo. Yeah, no, don't line a forge with Starlight, please. Satanite. Satanite is a good sealant. So, the heavier the forge, the more thermal mass it has. And the more thermal mass it has, the less efficient it is. So, the lighter your refractory, the more refractive it is normally. So that's why Kaoul and light refractory bricks are so popular, is because they are more refractory than heavy refractory bricks. But they're like weaker, they're more fragile. So the heavier your forge is, heavier your forge is, it is really bad for efficiency because you're spending so much energy trying to heat it up. So therefore, the lighter your forge, the more efficient it is. That thing weighs 80 kilos or thereabouts, about 80 to 100 kilos, somewhere around there. So yeah, make sure that you're looking for, anyway, yeah, so, Bladesmith tongs. They work. They hold stuff. I bent out the handles so they're nice and comfortable to hold. They're all chamfered at the holding end. They're a bit square on these ends, so you can file that if you like it. That way, I'm not going to bother. But yeah, they're nice. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Whew. So I will heat these up again and linseed oil them. Just to protect them from rust. And then I'm going to quickly throw my eyes and ears on. Wherever I put my eyes. Where did I put my eyes? They're no longer in my head. Why is it that I can never find anything when I'm looking for it? I guarantee you, if I wasn't looking for my eyes, I would be... I can't even see my ears. There are my ears. Kick over my Burns-O-Matic. Alright. Going with the backup eyes. Yeah, sure. Right after you pay me the $7,000 I would charge for it. Yeah, insulation's good, but refraction is better. All right. So I just quickly ground that broadhead. Man, I look like some kind of rapper or something. So I just ground that broadhead. I gave it a chisel grind, so it'll spin when it hits the body. It's just a little leaf-shaped broadhead. Yes, Freedom units. Yeah. So Len, if you go online, there are a bunch of refractory sales places that sell refractive materials like Satanite and stuff like that for kiln companies and stuff like that. So there's actually a place in New South Wales that sells it for relatively cheap, actually. 100 kilo bag for about $300. They could be by the drill press somewhere. I have no friggin' idea. I have this this little gremlin that keeps stealing things every time I put them down. So yeah, this is why I can never find anything in my shop. So yeah, that's that finished broadhead. I will grind the base flush. Yeah, my tomt, or my tomty, or whatever. I can't pronounce that. Anyway. So yeah. So it looks like it's not ground on both sides, but it actually is. So yeah, it's chisel ground on both edges. And that way it'll actually spin tomta, right? Yes, tomta, that's right. But yeah, it'll actually spin in the wound because it's chisel ground, it'll want to cut in one direction. So yeah, that's a forge leaf broadhead. Yeah, I mean, I like to do it because it makes it look good, because then you don't get that little kind of lip there, but yeah, you don't have to. I'm actually happy. I'm getting a lot better at forging the, because I didn't use a mandrel to shape the socket. This is just straight off the hammer. But I'm getting much better at shaping my sockets freehand without using a mandrel. Like, that's fairly circular. It's a little bit off, but it's mostly circular, which without a mandrel is actually quite impressive, if I do say so myself. So there's that. Not tooting my own horn or anything. All right. What was I doing? I was oiling things. Oily in the morning. Getting oily in the morning. Don't fear the linseed. Does kind of smell like a fish and chip shop now I think about it. Adric was right. I don't think it smells like cooked fish, but it smells like a fish and chip shop. I need to get myself a new set of blacksmith's, I need a block brush. I need to get myself a new block brush. But that marks the end of your order there. Yeah, we're watching the Blue Ninja today. That marks the end of your order, Valhalla. Excuse me. Nice black boogers, being a blacksmith and all. It's where the blacksmithing comes from, it's the boogers that we shoot out our noses. So yeah, that concludes your order. So all of this stuff will be on its way to you by the end of this week, hopefully. God, thank God for that. Yeah, no, the socket came out really nice. I'm actually really happy with that. Like, I could mount that to a shaft straight away. So I'll grab one of my shafts. So this is one of my broken shafts. It's got a crack in it. But there you go. It's a little oversized for this shaft because this is a 30-pound shaft and this is a half-inch, fucking half-inch shaft arrowhead. But that would be what it would look like on an arrow if it wasn't so floppy. But yeah, this is way yeah, man, that hammer is freaking sweet. I love it. The Hammer Shark, do. Don't start that shit in my shop. Yeah. But yeah, I'm glad you guys could come and hang out with me on my first day back in the forge since my injury. It's been a maddening week, so it's really nice to get back to swinging a hammer. Stop it, Alex. And kick your ass. Oh, this is cool. While I'm on the live stream, this has nothing to do with forging or anything like that. I've got my little thing in there. I'm gonna weigh the shipment so I know how much it's gonna cost me to ship this across the country. That's 3 kilos. 3 kilos. Yeah. So that's 4, or that's 3 and 3/4 kilos. Unfortunately, that means you've moved up a shipping range. There, Alex. Oh, the drift. Yeah, Christ. All right. Give me 2 seconds. Hey, look, Alex. I caught your drift. Ha ha. All right, so, whoa, okay. Final tally is 5 kilos, man. Oh, this is true. Yes, shipping from anywhere to Australia is spendy. Just melted the scale. Anyway. That's why you don't have plastic scales in the workshop. So yeah, 5 kilos of gear headed to Alex. Fortunately, Alex lives in Australia. Unfortunately, he also lives 3,500 kilometers away. So it'll not be too expensive, but it still won't be cheap. 5 kilos, God, that's okay, yeah, it's probably gonna be like $21 or something like that. Whew. Anyway. Hopefully you enjoyed this new view for my forge, my workshop. I can now take you around the forge thanks to Valhalla Ironworks donating a Wi-Fi router, or Wi-Fi booster, I should say. So now I can take you up close to the grinder. So we might be doing some stock removal streams in the future. We can go to the drill press. We might be able to do some lathe work on a live stream. Won't that be cool? And also, obviously, my steel rack. So now my live stream should be far more entertaining than me just sitting in my little workshop hand sanding all the time. We probably will end up having a few streams like that in the future anyway, but at least now I have the option to do live streams from the workshop and actually give some cool content to you guys. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed me making these tongs and my terrible attempt at making a scroll for Roy. I mean, it's not overly terrible. It's relatively round. There's a little kink in there, but you know, I'm a kinky kind of guy. Tish. I also tried a penny scroll. Unfortunately, it closed up on me. So that was my other scroll. But yeah, and obviously that broadhead. So it was a fairly productive little stream. I might do forging streams in the future where you guys can shout out stuff that you want me to make, and I'll make it on stream. Yeah, exactly. Well, this is true. Me and Alex have to be separated, but otherwise, you know, yeah, the world would implode. But yeah, so I'm glad you guys could join me on the stream. I will be releasing a video in the next couple of hours announcing the winner of the giveaway. I'm going to announce it now because you guys are here. Jared, if you're still watching, congratulations. You won the giveaway. So you will be having one of my blacksmith knives swinging its way to you on in the near future for winning the giveaway with your decision to continue using the Primal name. I bet you're glad now that you didn't change your decision last stream. But yeah, so the new line will be the Primal line of knives. The first person to guess that, there was another person, but unfortunately Hanneman was under 18, so he couldn't get it anyway. But he also guessed after you, Jared, so you win the blacksmith's knife shown earlier. And yeah, so that will be on its way to you, and I will contact you in Messenger to organize that. So yeah, I will be announcing that in an official video so that everyone gets an update of that. But congratulations, Jared. Thank you all for entering the competition. It was really difficult to choose between some of the options. Some of the options were amazing, but I liked Primal the most, and I conferred with my boss, my wife, and she agreed. So it's going to be the Primal line of knives, and yeah, Jared gets to win an awesome knife, which will be the second knife that he owns from me. The other one he actually bought, so there you go. Anyway, guys, I'm going to jump off stream now and film that video while I'm still standing, otherwise I'm going to collapse here in the heat. But hopefully you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the forge another day. Cheers, guys.